We're going to come back with our first speaker tonight, Miss Glenda Fulton, who's from the National Sarcoidosis Association. She founded the group. She's also one of our great legislators in the state of Chicago. And we're going to be hearing from her on how she uses this platform to spread the message about this challenge that our community is having called sarcoidosis. So just tell us who you are, and then we're going to have a brief call because the company is having a legacy group meeting tonight, and that starts around 8:30 our time, so short call. I'm Dr. Mark from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, Dr. Mark. Hey, I'm Reggie Smith. I'm from New York, but I've been residing here in Atlanta, Georgia since 1992. I love it here. This is my home.
Hey, 92, that's when I got to Georgia. Anybody else?
Leah Muhammad, Flossmoor, Illinois.
Hey, Sister Muhammad, nice to see you again. Yasmin.
I'm
Yeah.
Yasmin Williams. I'm from Washington, D.C. I live in Atlanta. I'm a former member of the socio-political group Sweet Honey in the Rock. And I'm trying to get some healing up in here.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, welcome to the call.
Thank you. Been coming for about almost 8 months now.
8 months. Whoa, you a founder now. 8 months. That's a long time. We've been going that long, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else like to share who you are, where you from?
Good evening. I am Pearl Gordon, also known as Oshun Wanuola, and I am tuning in from the Low Country in King Street, South Carolina.
Hallelujah. The Low Country in the house.
South Carolina.
This is Shaz.
Hey, Shaz.
Hey, I'm from Trinidad, but I live in Fort Lauderdale. Tuning in.
All right, all right.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Sammy Stovall from Matteson, Illinois.
Hey, Sammy Stovall.
Hey, Sammy.
How you doing? Thank you.
Hey,
Hi,
this is sorry.
Go ahead. That's okay.
No, your hand was up first. You're the elder, please.
That may be debatable.
It might
Okay.
be.
Yeah, okay. So look, my name is Lenard Anita Bragg, born and raised in Chicago, but I've been out here in Arizona for 8 years. Dr. Mark, you gave me a protocol that I have been working to the best of my ability. I still haven't got those home remedies together yet, but I'm working on it. I'm just wanting to say thank you so much for all that you gave me. I'm working it to the best of my ability. So thank you.
I remember you.
Right,
Yes.
right.
But I hadn't seen your picture, your face. So,
well, usually I put this other face up there. Usually you see this face.
Oh, that's the one.
That's me too.
Okay.
Right. So, but I did want to, give a shout out to you this week, because last week with Augustine on there, who's a great tech. I mean, if you get him on the phone when you call for, you have problems, he can really take you through stuff. So I didn't have an opportunity last week, but I'm going to shut my mouth and let other people share. I'm happy to be here. I've been doing this for about a month. And I just feel like it's saving my body. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Hey, we're going to get Augustine back. Tonight is, it's a legacy thing at the home office. They canceled the Wednesday night meeting so that they can have their training tonight. And thank you for sharing. Anybody else like to introduce themselves before we get started?
Yes. Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Smith from the Chicagoland area. I actually live in Forest Park now.
I'll put the thing on the table there for
and I've been joining you guys for several months, and I love it. I love the camaraderie. I love the training. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Dr.
I'm a naturopath. I'm a naturopath. I'm a medical doctor.
Naturopath. We love it.
Napropath.
Napropath.
Similar to a chiropractor, yes.
Okay, so you manipulate bones and stuff?
Yes, I manipulate connective tissue.
Oh, whoa, I need to know you and learn about that. Congratulations. Okay, how anybody else like to introduce themselves before we
Glenda
kick off?
Dishman from Chicagoland area. Thank you, Dr. Mark, for everything you're doing. Thank you, Reggie. You guys are dynamic.
Oh, well, you know, we're just a reflection of all the light workers out there. Thank you for being on the call.
Hi, Dr. Mark. This is Rita.
Hey, Rita.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
So good to see you. I see Dr. Camille in the house.
Hi, everybody. I know Tahuti and Miss Lanier, all of them.
Very good. Tahuti's on the call. Wow, congratulations. We're in for a real party.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Hey, nice to see you again, beloved.
How are you doing? How is everyone?
Oh, very good. I've been catching you on those Sunday night calls with Dr. Charles, Sunday morning calls with Dr. Charles.
I can't miss them. I love them so much. They're very informative.
Yeah, that's how you learn, folks. All right. Anybody else like to share?
This is Rachel. Hello from the Hudson Valley, New York. Great to be here.
Rachel, how's it going, Rachel?
Is that
Going
where you
well,
are, Rachel?
thank you.
I didn't know that. Is that where you are now, Rachel?
Yeah, right across from the Hudson River, Garrison. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really beautiful, especially now with the green. But yeah, it's great to be back.
Thanks for being there. You always have great input, great questions. I appreciate you.
And
thank you, Red.
We love that because you get everybody thinking by asking your questions. So you're terrific.
Oh, thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's a really special call tonight. It's going to be a brief call just because Solex is doing their legacy group call tonight, and it starts at 8:30. And they canceled the meeting last night, Wednesday night, so that they can hold this one tonight. And next week, next Thursday, we will be back. We're going to try to follow up with Lawrence Swanson, get him on the call. And you know, we get a chance to ask the CEO and of the company some back office questions, and also find out more about the money, because people have been asking about the bronze, silver, gold rotation, and you know, study that so you can prepare yourself to ask really good questions. But tonight we have my dear friend, Congresswoman Glenda Fulton on the call. She started the National Sarcoidosis Association, and it's an international group. And she's been using the AL scan on herself for pretty close to maybe 11 months, getting great results. And I thought, since this disease is oftentimes misdiagnosed, that maybe she can give us a little insight, because in our community, lots of people have this challenge, sarcoidosis, and they don't even realize it. And in some cases, their doctors can't even really diagnose it. So we have an expert in the field, our own family member, Congresswoman Glenda Fulton. Put your hands together for her.
Hey, Mark, thank you. Can you hear me?
We can, loud and clear.
Thank you. And Mark, I am not a congresswoman. I am an advocate of the people.
Okay. But
I deal with a lot of them.
But didn't you hold office, public office at one time?
No.
Okay.
No. Someone else by the name of Glenda. But thank you, family. Okay. Greetings to all of you all. I'm so grateful to be on the call as well. And I thank you, Mark and Reggie. And yes, sarcoidosis is something that's very near and dear to my heart. I was actually diagnosed with it myself years and years ago, which was 1975 in March. And I had a non-productive cough that wouldn't go away. And I worked in cardiac. And come in slinging that hot cup of water, trying to get rid of that cough, and wouldn't go anywhere. And of course, my hospital forced me to go get a chest x-ray, which revealed something on it. And they asked me to go and see my personal doctor. I had heard my mother speak of some of her relatives having TB. So I went to the tuberculosis center first. And they said, no, it was not TB. And they sent me to the University of Chicago here in Chicago. Unknowingly, at the time that I went, one of the doctors that serviced me, Dr. Hatfield, actually had helped service Mahalia Jackson, who I found out many, many years later had sarcoidosis as well. So that's where I was diagnosed with a bronchoscopy. They did go down my nose. I told them I had to stay woke to see. So I did see them when they went down, got the piece and come back and confirm something I never seen on a chart in nursing or ever even heard the word sarcoidosis, known as sarcoidosis. It is not a new word, family. We need to definitely make it a household word because our children can have it in the form of arthritis and us as well. Not only was sarcoidosis first founded as a skin disease, it's now known 90% as a lung disease, but it can be any organ disease, more than one organ at any given time, because it is known to be an inflammatory disease that can affect multiple organs of the body. So sarcoidosis can, affect your eyes, your kidneys, your lungs, your whatever. We do need to make sure that we're asking our doctor this one question. What is sarcoidosis? Are you treating anyone with it? Children, military, regular adults, what? And the main question is, can you give me some information on sarcoidosis? It's not likely because no one puts anything out there for us. Yes, you're going to find articles. There's way more things out there now than it was when I came along in the 70s with it. I got into the actual advocacy and legislative part of it many, many years later because I never knew anyone else with sarcoidosis until in 1996. I went and met a young lady in New Jersey. I came back to Chicago. I was all over my legislators. I went in the House that year in March and gave them everything. Came September, I was on the board for some different things to look at various issues concerning sarcoidosis. So the following year, I was successful in being a non-for-profit organization, National Sarcoidosis Society. We also have the National Sarcoidosis Foundation, who does just a little bit different. And most of it is advocacy, legislations. We've been very successful in writing and getting it passed. But we need this to be a worldwide initiative that is passed in every state and something that's given through our public health departments. They do a poor job with us because we're not contagious, so that's a problem. So how do we navigate through? Let's all color the globe purple as we walk 365 days to bring services, educational awareness, information. We got to keep some kind of research relationship. I don't mostly do that. Some of the other groups do. But I follow through on all of that and be in a collaboration, whether it's neighborhood, community, academic, because it takes all of that. So, Mahalia Jackson had it, as I said, Bill Russell and his daughter, Tisha Campbell, and that's a lot of folks. Those of us here from Chicago might remember Darian Chapman, the newscaster, the sportscaster. That's what he died of, sarcoidosis. He had in the heart and his lung. They kept telling me he had heart trouble. So family, we want to take that word with us to the healthcare providers we go to. Ask anyone, hey, Mark, what's sarcoidosis? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We have got to ask the questions. Too many times we don't ask questions. And my questions have questions because what's the right question to ask? So in all that being said, yes, we can help this to get in every state, every household. We can help it to become a familiar name, like MS get more credit than we do because it's more recognized, lupus, and some of the other diseases out there.
Yes.
So I don't want to call them all by names, but we know what's happening. So yes, we do color that globe purple by doing a walk, you and your friends or family, or when you're having your Saturday get together. Mark, that's a perfect place. I did the purple t-shirt and I was did to wear it one day when I was with you. Yeah. And I don't know why I didn't, but we have a purple shirt. That's our color. And it says sarcoidosis. What is it? And then it has our phone number and email site on it. So we encourage everybody to get us at sarcoidosis, the number 2 at gmail.com. We can send you out. We have a bookmarker that kind of give you a brief description of some things just to start you in, because some of this stuff can be too overwhelming for you, believe me. And we don't want to do that. We want to teach you so you can be open-minded enough to be an accepting in what is the risk of the disease. There's many. It was said 100,000 of 40% of 100,000 African American women at childbearing age has sarcoidosis, but what those percentages really relate to, we still don't really know. It's things they tell us that they have found out there. So we're struggling to look at what are the real research initiatives that they're doing, and are they on my people?
Yes.
Are they
Are we
mostly
involved?
African American women, and is it hereditary?
Well, you know, Mark, I mean, Reggie, with us having the genes that we have, many things can be hereditary.
Sure.
Or look at this, Reggie, commonality of where we live. Are we in mildews, molds, aluminum, asbestos, silicosis, dust, is brilliant. I told Mark a little bit about the military guys when they went and they were scrubbing the deck, which means mopping to us.
Right.
The paint had something in it, and it was making those military guys sick. And actually, the guy who came forth and in the Congress with us to complain, he's from Georgia, him and Dr. Philip Jajowski. Philip Jajowski was a big researcher at Emory down there, and they let him go because he started finding all of those African American men in the military with sarcoidosis, and they didn't want him to get it out there.
Yes.
But it got out there anyway, thank God. So we do have work to do. I say in diagnosing anything, when you can't get a true diagnosis, family, remember we're going to ask about SARCOIDOSIS. And Reggie, you all, I spell it because when I do TV or radio, a lot of times people have those different devices on, and they might not be sitting there looking at it.
Yes.
They might be walking around, and if you hear it repeatedly, of course, you know, you can kind of get a grip on what it is and what someone is saying. And, oh yeah, let me write that down. I need to ask my doctor this or some healthcare provider.
It's actually great branding.
Sure.
It's great branding. And because even if you know how it's spelled, sometimes it's hard to say.
Yes.
That's correct too.
And you know,
and then the signs.
You brought up a great point too, that it doesn't get as much publicity because fear usually is what drives awareness. But
That's right.
I'm wondering what the connection is and how the AO scan might be able to balance some of the conditions that are caused by sarcoidosis.
Well, you know we got inflammation on there, so we're going to talk about that inflammation, because what are some of the symptoms and what are most symptoms from in the body? Inflammation, mucus, deal with them parasites. So the AO scan has been real great to me and myself, as well as others I have served in that manner, using some of the frankincense oil. Some of the sisters out there is in that area of what we do. So it takes a community and what all we do. I like that you deal with, because I do have some abusers of drugs that have sarcoidosis. Yeah. So and so there's many things we can do, and that's how the collaboration can grow all over the world.
That's great.
Is by doing it that way, looking at it. Send Reggie some bookmarkers and what have you to give. But you know, when it's pulmonary, it's okay. You can find it there. But if it's not and it's not on your skin, then we got to understand that the word exists, so we can look at other organs of the body, because it can affect other organs.
Hey, thank you, Glenda. How do we get in touch with you, since you are the national chairperson on this wonderful topic? How can people reach you?
My office is at Mercy Hospital in Chicago, and my number there is 312-567-6626. 312-567-6626. And remember, you don't have to have sarcoidosis to talk to me. And I'm 24/7. So if something's up and you need something or to talk about it or ask questions, that's what I do. You want to make it more personal, then you get to me at 773-865-9753, or hit me up at sarcoidosis2@gmail.com. Thank you for the opportunity. And family, remember, we are on a mission, on a drive for successful opportunities to magnify this word now all over the world. Color the globe purple. Get your t-shirt packs. They're inexpensive. They have handouts in them with your shirts. And let's walk all over this world and bring awareness.
Well, stick around, Glenda. We got a couple people's hands up. Danita, would you
I will.
Would you like to comment?
Well, actually, I would like to ask Dr. Fulton, do you Okay, Glenda Fulton. If you know Dr. HEP there in Chicago, Dr. Asar
I
HEP.
definitely do. He was one of my first speakers when I started doing this.
Yeah,
we actually was interviewed by Renee Ferguson off of Channel 5. You know, Darian Chapman died of sarcoidosis from Channel 5.
Right. And Dr. HEP, according to what he told me, had sarcoidosis at age 19. He was diagnosed with it. And,
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
he likes to ask me, well, do you know who else had it? I'm like, no, doctor, I didn't know anything about it. He said, Bernie Mac. I was like, Bernie Mac died of kidney. He said, Bernie Mac had sarcoidosis, which led to the kidney failure. And I was like, whoa. So for, you know, that's another resource there in Chicago, Dr. Asar HEP. So
oh, yeah, I know him quite well, sister. Thanks for sharing. Oh, yes, I do.
You're
He
welcome.
wasn't the only one. Reggie White had sarcoidosis, and that's what the sleep apnea came from. You know, like I said, Tisha Campbell has it. Bill Russell, you know, some other basketball folks I have met. So a lot of folks have it, and the symptoms do mimic so many other things.
Well, you know, it's personal for me because my sister and my aunt have been living with it. My sister 8 years ago had a double lung transplant as a result of it. And so I got you back. Let me know. I'm pleased to meet you.
Amen.
Great.
Yeah, I have stood by a lot of them. We got a sister right now going up for a double lung transplant. And they are living longer, just so you know, Reggie. So I'm happy about that. Not happy that they had to have it. But my first walkathon here in Chicago, we had a sister who had a lung transplant. She came in first, but we got a letter.
Okay, Miss Rachel's hand is up.
Thank you. Hi. So thank you. I was wanting to ask you, I have a friend and she's native from Africa. And she's had kind of this mysterious thing. And so I was gonna tell her about this, but I'm just wondering, is this, when you're talking about it being among African Americans, is it equally expressive in Africa as well? Is it genetic that way?
I do have information that went over to Africa some years back. Yes, we did find over there that it's worldwide. It's nothing that excludes anyone.
Oh, okay. So it's much prevalent in white and other Indian, Spanish.
African American women, they say 100%, white 40%, and then Scandinavians, it says 60% of the first information we had found to have any validity to it. But to be honest with you, like I say, the count go to so many other things until we don't have a true count. Even on, I collect death certificates, you all. It is just to see if sarcoidosis is on it when they say, and most time it's second cause, third cause on there. It didn't get the first initiative, and that person could have had the sarcoidosis. It was the prevalent, but it didn't get the count first. So I deal with a lot of the public health department. They kind of getting a little tired of my name running around. And we do have April is National Sarcoidosis Awareness Month worldwide. Got that passed in Congress in 2002.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Yes. There's a couple more hands up. Feel free to just jump in if you have some
Diane Galloway has her hand up.
But Wakapi is first.
Okay.
Hi. What is the care usually for sarcoidosis? How do you help to heal it?
Well, you know, we can't use that word. We got to see what folks, where their mindset is. What kind of resume do they want to look at? My mother is 99, honey, and she can still pump them knees up to her chair, and she dance and everything else. So we were already into the herbs and this and other medicinal, other things that was of natural nature, because I came up on a farm in Kankakee myself. And so we went out and picked everything we all used and took and carried on. So I was blessed enough to be able to help plan what my resume looked like. And I'm still planning today to make sure sarcoid don't come back up this way. So to answer your question, it all depends on the person to me, even though the drug of choice is prednisone. You know how many side effects that thing has to it? It's just horrendous. brittle bones and other things that we're not going to get into because we're going to stay on the positive end.
Yes, yes.
But on an herbal path, what kind of things would you use? Because that's what I do with my son, and I'm asking about him because there's many things going on with him. He has Down syndrome, so there's several things going on with him.
Well, I'd like to refer you to your AL scanner. There's lots of Bach flower remedies that you can work on the emotional plane. First, for all of the new people, you would start with the inner voice. So you want to have him talk about his experiences that he's feeling in his body. And then you want him to listen to them at least 3 times a day for 14 days to clear out the emotions. Second thing is you want to do vitals. So you want to find out if there's allergies, food allergies, gluten sensitivities. A lot of these things are underlining these dis-ease states. And you can make your body get better because even though we're talking about a name and it's a real disease, dis-ease, you still have to look at the metaphysical side of it and do everything you can do to balance the nutrition, clear the emotions, and then the body will begin to heal. And isn't that what you've been doing, Glenda Fulton?
I have, along with music therapy, all types of music, and definitely some of the symphonies for sure, you all.
Yes.
Those strings are just like the strings in your neck.
Yes. So as we look at your son, certainly, getting that scanner or getting to someone that has the scanner and beginning to work in the inner voice, working on the vitals, optimizing his energy field, he's going to get better. And we'll leave it there for now on that one. Diane Galloway, this will be the last call because we're going to hop off and get on the Solex call, everyone.
Yes,
Diane?
sir. Hi, good evening. How are you?
Great evening to you.
Awesome. Well, I got a lot of stuff to talk about, but we're short. But what I wanted to say was something similar to what the lady was saying, that we do have herbs. I've been working with patients or customers who've had sarcoidosis for a number of years. And I recommend a lot of different combinations that I've had. I have a lung mix, and so you don't have to have that lung transplant. It really isn't necessary. And so for the people who want more information, I'd like to hook up with this lady and see how many people we can help to go.
Hey, Diane, if you would, Miss Galloway, if you would put your number out and maybe she can.
I would love it.
She can, take your number down. You are one of the top herbalists and one of the top leaders with the AL scan. And maybe together we can avoid a lot of disharmony in your son's body.
Amen.
Thank you.
What's your number?
I'm prepared for it.
We'll write it down.
Okay, 954-584-6601.
One more time.
Repeat, please.
954-584-6601. That's the business number. And I know it's family, so my cell is 954-451-6779. Thank you.
451?
6779.
6779.
Diane Galloway. I'm in Florida.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Diane, I'll get in touch with you soon. Because I deal with people down in Florida also.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, folks.
Thank
we had
you.
a very enlightening call. I'd like to thank all of you for being on the call, particularly our guest speaker, Glenda Fulton from the National Sarcoidosis Association. And you have her number in the chat. Feel free to reach out to Miss Diane Galloway, one of the top herbalists in United States down in the Florida area, and you can get a lot of help. In the meantime, in between time, keep doing your AL scans. Reggie, let's take us out of here.
Okay, and you know what? The link for the Solex meeting is in the chat if you need the directions to get into the next meeting. So we'll see you over there.
All right.
Peace and love, thank you, everybody.
Until then, ayo.
Ayo.
All right.
Ayo.
Y'all didn't let me in the chat. Doing Rick James now, girl. Look at Rick in this suit he got on. Look at that, me. See, it's still 30 some people on. We had been as much as 500 in the crowd on here. And then they listen to the music of these things and then return.
Or maybe took you on a trip. Maybe took you to Disney. Then after all that was through, it's time to go home and get down to that funky stuff. So, he asks you, your place or mine? You say, my place. Because then you can go home and do some of the things you've never done before. Because tonight is experiment night. So you go home and you can't wait to get to the door. You're taking off your clothes when you get in. Can't wait to get in. So you talk a little while, maybe drink a little champagne, a little wine. Finally, it's time to go to bed. Nice big bed, king size bed. So you make love for 2 or 3 hours, short stuff. Wasn't a long time, but it was good. It was all right. When you finish, you take a shower together. And then he tells you, I will call you and pick you up, and we'll do this again tonight. Let me put up my clothes. You wouldn't want to see my clothes come down now, would you? So he tells you, I'll call you at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, you sit by the phone, polishing your fingernails. All of a sudden, there's no phone call. 3 o'clock, he still hasn't called. 6 o'clock, no call. It's now 9 o'clock and still no call. So you say, that dirty bastard. So you see him out maybe a week or two and he's with another woman. And you say, you tell your girlfriend, there's that son of a... But you know deep down in your heart that you really like this man. Because more than the sex, he took something from your heart because you trusted him. And it kind of broke your heart. Ladies, can you relate to me so far? This doesn't just happen to women. This happens to men too. Ain't that right, fellas? Wait a minute, fellas. I know. I said, am I right, fellas? Let me tell you another short story. What happened to me? I met this lady once.
I think I might have been at this concert.
So good, everything on her you could eat. I mean everything. Toes and everything.
Kiss me, baby.
Anyway, I could swear I'm hearing things. Anyway, she used to make noises like that. But seriously speaking, I met this woman, and I was determined when I saw her, I was going to get the stuff. Rick James always gets the stuff. I don't know about none of you other fellas, but the RJ get the stuff. So, this this woman, she kind of had her own thing going for her. She was a career girl. And she told me, she said, Rick, I know what you want. But in order for you to get this jewel, I would like to go to Paris, France. I said, what? She said, take me to Paris and let's do it right. So I rented me a private plane very quickly with champagne. I mean, I took her to Paris. I'm speaking French to get this stuff. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Vous êtes toujours les femmes. Ah, vous êtes toujours les femmes. Comment ça va, madame? I'm talking French. I want this stuff. The last thing I'm going to do, I am going to get this stuff. So we had a beautiful night out. We went to the Champs-Élysées, walked on the streets and in the rain, all that good stuff. Finally, it's time to go home. We go back to the hotel and we got a fireplace, champagne, Mary Jane. And other assorted things. Finally, it's that time. Big brass bed, we take the champagne with us, popping the corks. Finally, I got the stuff. 6 days I got the stuff. I spent 3 days just tasting every part of the girl. But what I'm saying is there was something special about this girl. I don't just meet a woman and just take her to Paris. When we got back to the States, I called this female. She had went away to Italy with another man. Broke my heart. So I sat around and I thought about all the women's hearts I had broken over the years. There's quite a few. I didn't feel good about myself. And I didn't feel good about the way I treated women. So I promised always to give a woman the amount of respect that I would give myself. And I promised to apologize to women through music. So I sat at my piano one day, and I couldn't really think of what to write. So I thought of the two things that possessed me to do all these things. One was fire, and one was desire. Love. Them and leave them. That's what I used to do. Use and abuse them. Then I laid eyes on you. It was pain before pleasure. That was my claim to fame. With every measure, baby, taste the teardrops, baby. I was cold as ice. Don't you know, woman, I wasn't very, very, very nice enough. Then I kissed your lips, you turned on fire. Baby, you just show me what I love to do. Took me a little higher, made me live again. You turned on fire. fire and desire, and with all the flame. Oh. You know, Stone City Band, make it gentle. You know, baby, you know, man, you can't be shy with a woman. You got to know what to do with it. You got to know how to relax with a lady. You got to kiss a lady's toes. You got to slowly remove her pantyhose. You got to kiss her there. Yeah. You got to kiss her there. Kiss her there. Then you gently move down. Give a woman, give her what she wants, when she wants it, how she wants it, and whatever funky way she wants it. You know, Stone City Band, why don't you show them how you can make it easy? Ladies, you remember when you used to
That's what I used to do. You said abuse him. Then I laid eyes on you. Was playing simple pleasure. That was my claim to fame. With every measure, tasted your teardrop stains, yeah.
you were cold as ice.
I wasn't very nice, I know.
Then I kissed your lips and you turned. You burn me. You burn me. You burn me. You burn me. You know, I think we both said a little bit too much.
Oh, we ain't said enough, my baby. No, baby. No, baby.
You mean we still got some more to talk about?
We got a whole lot to talk about this evening.
You mean to tell me?
We got a whole lot to talk about this evening.
But wait a minute, I don't think he really understood.
No, I don't think you understand.
You know, I got a new lady now, right?
A new what, baby?
A new woman.
Woman?
I have a new
woman?
sweetheart in my life.
No.
You know that.
That would never do. You got to tell her I said goodbye, baby. Tell the lady to say goodbye, baby.
You mean?
Understand me, baby.
You.
You want me to say goodbye.
You want me to?
I want you to say goodbye, baby. Go on now. Go on now.
I'm supposed to go home and just take my clothes and leave.
You're supposed to get your bags.
My bags.
All your clothes.
Everything.
Everything you own. Your vitamins.
My vitamins.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, baby. And don't forget your vitamin C. Vitamin C.
If I do this,
You do that.
you're going to do a favor for me.
Anything.
You got to promise these things now. You know, I don't ask much from a woman. And I don't need much. I just want it all.
You want a whole lot, don't you?
I just want everything. Would you do this? Would you treat me? You promised to treat me gentle.
I promise to treat you gentle.
Will you make love to me from top to bottom?
Love you from the top of your head to the bottom.
Will you do it when I want it?
I'll do it when you want it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Will you love me strong and easy?
I love you strong and easy. Yeah, baby.
Well, I guess there's nothing else for me to do but just go get my stuff.
All right, it's been loads of fun, but I got to run. I'll see you guys on the other side of the moon.
Thank you so much, Reggie.
Next Thursday. Peace and blessings.
Good night.
Yeah.
Night, everyone. Ayo.
Bye.